Guys, Ripple just posted something on X this morning that I think is being massively underreported. And I want to break it down for you right now because the timing of this is not a coincidence. Here is what they said. More licensing momentum. Ripple has secured its preliminary crypto asset service provider license in Luxembourg, paving the way for the full rollout of Ripple payments across the European Economic Area. The next wave of regulated digital asset adoption in Europe is here, and it is powered by Ripple. One license, 30 countries. The entire European market just opened up. Now let me explain why this is a much bigger deal than the headline suggests, because MiCA, CASP, EEA, these sound like technical jargon, but what they actually represent is the single most important regulatory unlock in Europe's financial history for crypto. MiCA stands for Markets in Crypto Assets. It is the European Union's unified rulebook for crypto companies operating across the entire bloc. And the final deadline for compliance is July 1st, 8 days from now. After that date, any crypto firm operating in Europe without a license is in breach of EU law. Finished. Now look at ChartNerd's post here. He says, let this sink in. Only 210 out of more than 1,200 crypto institutions successfully secured full CASP licenses before the final MiCA deadline. Ripple is one of those 210. 83% of crypto firms operating in Europe right now are about to lose their legal right to be there. The ones who survive are the ones who did the work, and Ripple just confirmed they are in the 17% that made it through. But here is the thing that nobody is connecting, and this is where it gets really interesting. A single CASP license approved in one European country passports across all 30 countries in the European Economic Area under MiCA. That means Ripple does not need separate approvals in Germany, France, the Netherlands, Italy, Spain. All 30 countries are now accessible through one approval in Luxembourg. One door just opened 30 rooms simultaneously. And look at this post from Alexander. Massive Ripple win. Ripple just secured its MiCA CASP license in Luxembourg, officially unlocking regulated operations across 30 European countries. Is XRP gearing up for a massive breakout? Let me tell you why that question is not crazy at all. Think about what European institutional money looks like. We are talking about the largest pension funds in the world, Dutch, Norwegian, German institutional capital that has been sitting on the sidelines watching Ripple fight regulatory battles for years. These institutions could not touch Ripple-powered products without MiCA compliance. Their own regulators would not allow it. That door just opened today. And this is not happening in isolation. Think about what has happened in the last 60 days alone. JPMorgan, MasterCard, Ondo Finance, and Ripple completed the first ever cross-border tokenized treasury settlement on the XRP ledger in under 5 seconds. The Clarity Act is one Senate vote away from permanently locking in commodity status in the US. ETF inflows hit a record $132 million in May. Whale wallets hit an all-time high. Exchange reserves hit a 7-year low. And now this. Ripple is officially cleared to operate across 30 European countries 8 days before the door shuts on 83% of the competition. Here is something worth thinking about. Ripple Payments has already processed more than $100 billion in volume across 60+ markets globally. Now add 30 European countries operating under a single regulatory framework where every bank, fintech, and institutional player is legally cleared to work with Ripple directly. That is not a small expansion. That is a continent. And while Ripple is getting cleared, Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, is still scrambling for European approval. There are reports that Greece's financial regulator could reject Binance's application entirely. The competitive landscape in Europe is shifting dramatically right now toward the companies that did the regulatory work. Ripple is at the front of that line. Now, I want to be real with you about the price because you deserve the honest picture, not just the hype. The price is still sitting at $1, and it has not immediately moved on this news. And that might feel frustrating, but think about how this works. The SEC lawsuit ending did not immediately pump the price. The ETF approvals did not immediately pump the price. These are infrastructure moments. They are the foundation that makes the next move possible. Each regulatory win expands the universe of institutions that are legally allowed to work with Ripple. Each one brings more potential buyers into range. The price reflects the present. The infrastructure is being built for the future. One license, 30 countries, 83% of the competition about to be shut out. And the Clarity Act still to come. The gap between what this network is being built to handle and what the price currently reflects is wider than it has ever been. Today just made Europe a lot more interesting. As always, nothing here is financial advice. Do your own research before making any decisions.